everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. If this is your first time visiting, then hi, my name is Rebecca, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and also click on that little bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new crochet tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create this really simple, absolutely beautifully textured crochet stitch. So it's a 1 row repeat and it makes the most beautiful squishy blankets. Obviously it can be used for anything else as well, but I've just worked up a small sample piece here and you can see these beautiful texture that we get on both sides of this pattern. It is totally reversible, so it's the same on both sides. For this sample piece I've just been using the beautiful Hayfield Spirit Chunky in shade Sundown, and I've been using a 6mm hook. You can obviously use any yarn that you choose and absolutely any thickness as well. It would be wonderful as a super chunky or even just DK. It's totally up to you. Just use whatever hook size your selected yarn recommends. So yeah, we'll just go straight in with this beautiful textured stitch. So you're going to want to start with your slip knot on your hook, and then you're just going to do a chain. So you can chain absolutely any number, there is no multiple for this pattern. So you will just yarn over and pull through. It's 1, 2, 3. So if you just complete your chain. Okay, so once you reach your desired width, so remember you've chained the width of your project, just add 2 more chains to the end. And then we're going to be working back into that third chain from the hook. So you've got 1, 2, and this is your third, and you're going to put a half treble crochet. So please remember I am using UK terms here, so in US terms these will be your half double. So just remember that throughout the entirety of this project. When I say half treble, if you're used to US terms, then they are your half double. So you will yarn over, insert into that third chain, yarn over and pull up, and you'll have your 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And you're just going to put 1 half treble into every single chain all the way along your foundation chain. So if you want to complete 1 half treble into every single chain. I'm just completing my final half treble into my very last chain. So you've literally just got a row of half trebles here. You can then either chain 2 or you can turn your work and then just complete the stitch as I'm about to here. So you will insert your hook through that very first stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then you've got 2 vertical sections to this stitch. You want to go around the back of that one, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and that just gives us the correct height stitch that we need, but without doing a chain 2, so that we don't get this gap, which I personally don't like having. But as I say, you can just chain 2 and turn if you prefer. So now we're just going to be working the same stitch over and over again into every single stitch along, and we're going to start with our very next stitch here, so that counts as the stitch for this one. So we're going to move across to the next one, and we're going to be working through the front 2 loops of every single stitch. So if I turn my work slightly, you can see I've got all of these lovely V's all the way along. So we want to ignore the back one, we want this front one, but we also want the one down here as well. So every single stitch will have a back loop, a front loop, and then another loop at the front here. You can just see that loop there. So you want to yarn over and you're going to go under that loop and also under the front loop. So you're working through those front 2 loops, and the back loop's just at the back doing not a lot. We don't want to use that one at all. And then yarn over and pull up, and yarn over, pull through all 3 as normal. So I will show you that again. So yarn over onto your next stitch, you will go through the front 2 loops. So the front loop here and the front loop here. So through both of those front loops, yarn over and pull up and complete your half treble. Again, yarn over. I'll just show you really clearly one last time. You've got your normal V, that you would normally work into, but we're not working into the back loop. We're using the front loop and this front loop as well. So the front 2 loops, ignoring the back loop completely. And you're just going to do that all the way along, 1 half treble into the front 2 loops of every single stitch until you get towards the end, which is where I will meet you in just a second. So once you get towards the end, I have worked my final obvious stitch, and then I've just got my chains that we skipped at the beginning of the foundation chain, so I'm just going to put 1 half treble into the top of those skipped stitches. So that is how you should be looking on this side. So again, now you can either chain 2 and turn, or you can turn like I will, and then into that very first stitch you will insert your hook, going through the whole of the stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and then behind the vertical section on that stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're ready now to work along this side. So you can see this side is different to the other. We've got this lovely row of stitches, this gorgeous texture, and you're just going to repeat the exact same thing. So we've worked our stitch for this stitch. We're going to move straight onto the next stitch again with front 2 loops, half treble. And that is all you will repeat. So this is your repeat row all the way along. You will do front 2 loops, half treble crochet into every single stitch all the way along. So I will meet you one final time as you get towards the end of this row, and we will just firm up that final stitch placement at the end of the row. I'm getting towards the end now. I've got one final stitch to work my front loops into. And then I've got the top of that funny little stitch that we did at the beginning, and I'm going to go through the whole of the stitch doing a half treble crochet. So I'm going to go through the top of that stitch with my final half treble. So that is how you should look on this side. You've got that lovely texture, but now when you turn it over, you shall also notice that we've started building the texture on this side as well. So that is how it becomes totally reversible. So that is the row that you will repeat over and over again until your project is the size that you need it to be, just like the one that you saw at the beginning of the tutorial. But that is it for this one, everyone, and I want to thank you as always for watching, and I will see you for another tutorial really, really soon. Bye for now.